What's up, sports bettors? Alex here, and I have the 3 best player prop bets for you. So what's crazy is we're going to be playing this 100 to win 600 on DraftKings. This exact same 3-leg parlay would only be 100 to win 475.82. We're going to be getting it 100 to win 600. So we're playing this on Underdog Fantasy. And again, the way this platform works, if you're new to the OddsJam YouTube, is it's just 3 picks is always going to be 100 to win 600, right? It doesn't matter what we select. 100 to win 600. We switch it to an over, 100 to win 600. You're always getting 100 to win 600 for 3 picks on Underdog Fantasy. So essentially, we've gone through the math before, but you can reverse engineer kind of the betting lines on Underdog Fantasy for their 3-pick, 2-pick, 4-pick, and 5-pick entries, right? And they offer much better prices than PrizePicks, which is pretty interesting. So essentially, for 3-pick entries, you're going to be getting minus 122 implied odds on Underdog. We've gone through, there's an article below kind of breaking down the math behind Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks that you can read. We've gone through the math and lots of other videos that I'll link to in the end screen. But long story short, we know we are getting minus 122 odds on any pick we select in a 3-pick entry on Underdog Fantasy. So when we're looking for sharp bets, we want to look for value at minus 122, right? So as an example, we're looking at Kyler Murray. That's actually the first pick I went with, under 1.5 passing TDs at minus 122 odds. Why do we like this play? Well, Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker, they're pricing this all the way down at minus 158. DraftKings minus 145. Come On minus 145, Caesars minus 139. So basically, every data point in the market, every sportsbook is telling us, hey, the under should be heavily favored, right? But what we know is on Underdog Fantasy, they're not varying your payout depending on if you select the over or the under. It's always 100 to win 600. We could select, Kyler Murray over 1.5 passing TDs or under. It's still 100 to win 600. Right? So, long story short, what we can do is, because we know Underdog's always giving us 122, we want to take the under for Kyler Murray passing touchdowns on Underdog Fantasy, right? These sports betting markets are very efficient. There's millions of dollars bet on the NFL, bet on NFL player props, right? So we're not trying to outsmart the bookmakers here. We're following their lead, right? We're using real-time market data from the sharpest sportsbooks like Pinnacle and BetOnline, the sharpest offshore sportsbooks, to get an indication of where the line should be. And what we see is, hey, yeah, the under for Kyler Murray, under 1.5 passing TDs, should be like, minus 150, minus 160. Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker, has it minus 160. We're getting minus 122. Seems pretty good, and you can quantify that profit margin. Mathematically, it's 1.8%. So that's the first pick I went with. Second pick I went with is Raheem, over 1.5 receptions. So here, it's the opposite. All the sportsbooks have the over juiced, right? Like you can see Pinnacle Sportsbook, they have the over set at minus 150, the under at plus 113. So the zero vig line, the true odds are going to be minus 128. You remove the vig from the market of the sharpest sportsbook, the true odds is minus 128 with no vig. The sharpest bookmaker thinks this should be a true price of minus 128 on the over. We're getting minus 122, right? So long story short, if you don't even care about the math, place the bet in bold with a circle around it on OddsJam. Place 3 of them on Underdog Fantasy. Take the highest profit margin ones. Those are the plays you want to go with. That's basically what I'm doing, right? Kyler Murray under 1.5 passing TDs. Yeah, sign me up. Raheem over 1.5 receptions. Yup, sign me up. Another strong profit margin. DK under 5.5 receptions. That's the next pick we could go with. Under, heavily juiced, right? So I ended up taking all of those picks. So we can go to DK, right? And you can kind of see, here's what it is. If we're playing this on Underdog, right, what you'll notice is we need to take out these picks we don't want, and then we want Raheem, is we are getting 10 to win 60, right? 10 to win 60. Doesn't matter if you take the overs or under, so obviously we're taking the under for Kyler because we're being data-driven sports bettors. We're following the sports betting markets, the sharpest bookmakers, Pinnacle, who are very accurate, right? Pinnacle is smarter than you. They're taking millions of dollars in NFL bets. Their lines are more accurate than your brain is, so you should be following what their lines are, right? As you try, very sharp, efficient sportsbook taking millions of dollars of bets, you should be following their odds to look for value, right? So, long story short, we ended up locking this in. Again, you're getting 10 to win 60 on Underdog, only 10 to win 47.58 on DraftKings. A lot of value in this play. Here's Raheem, right? Metcalf, Kyler Murray. So really good value, really good play. I ended up locking it in, as you can see right here for $100, 100 to win 600. And let's make some money, guys.